Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. In this episode, we're going to go down the hole. And suddenly this fire dragon dude appears. This guy's name is Gleerock. And in case you can tell, he is the boss of the Cave of Flames. Now he's pretty easy. Basically, you use the cane of patch on his back when it's vulnerable. Sometimes it won't be, so watch out for that. Also, make sure you don't get hit by his fire. That could be annoying. He also makes these rocks drop in between each phase of his. Now, see, look, his shell is invincible now, so we can't flip it. Should be okay now. It's pretty much a fair game. So each time, his head will drop down, allowing you to gain access to his weak spot. And what? That phase didn't last very long. I don't know why. He did like one hit and then it was over, but okay. I'm not going to complain. Now the lava will kind of like reach the edge nearly, so just kind of walk along the very edge and you should be fine. Occasional lava will spawn, well not fire really, and you can use that to get hearts by chopping it. It's a pretty good way of replenishing your life in a fight if you're having trouble. Keep hitting his soft spot, this gem on his back. So yeah, Gleerock's a pretty weird name. I don't know if he's just a big fan of Glee and he thinks it rocks, like Glee totally rocks, and then I'm going to name myself after it. I love the guy in the wheelchair. That's like the only character I know of Glee, and I don't even know his real name, so yeah, there we go. Okay, and I believe this should be the final phase of the fight. Gets a lot of fire out here, but we should be okay. As long as we can flip that rock, or his shell. And trying to flip it with the cane of Patchy, that's not going to work, but there we go. That is Gleerock defeated. You may think that kind of some of the, well, pretty much all the bosses so far are really easy, but the same cannot be said for the final boss of the game. So when we get to that, we'll face a hard boss finally. You got the fire element! Flames bring light to darkness and warmth to all. The fire element is the embodiment of that power. Awesome! And there's also another heart container, which is also awesome, and a green portal, which is equally awesome. Actually, no, probably not. Heart container's probably the best out of all that. Actually, no, the fire element's pretty good. So yes, we should go back to Malari. Maybe he's finished with our sword now. The Picori blade. Let's go ask him. You can use the entrance that he opened up as well. Well, that we opened up from talking to that guy, but yeah, we can basically use that. Wow, that was fast work, but not so fast that I didn't finish his sword. Oh, Malari. Here, take a look at this. This is the white sword. Got the white sword. Its beautiful white blade sparkles with light. White light. You can put away your grandfather's sword now. Oh, poor grandfather's sword. And to infuse it with the power of the elements, it would become a sacred blade. First Elder no doubt told you this part, but if you want to infuse the sword, you must go to the Elemental Sanctuary. The Sanctuary is a strange realm trapped between two worlds. It is the bridge between the Minish world and the human world. The doorway to the Sanctuary opens only once every 100 years. You'll find that door hidden within Hyrule Castle. So, we should go infuse that, but before we do, there's a lot of other things we could do first. So I'm going to do that, and he tells you about this shortcut that we can take down the mountain, which is basically just straight out of here and just go down. And well, it's kind of more useful for coming back up if I'm honest, because it's got a hole that you can use a cane Apache on to spring yourself back up. Should be right here, yes. But now that we've finished here, we can pretty much go right back down to the foot of the mountain. Also, Tech Pike's now dying one hit with our new sword. Okay, so now we can finally leave Mount Krenil. Goodbye, Mount Krenil. We'll probably be coming back maybe later, but for now, we can leave and throw Octorooks into the water. Why not? We can also go up here. I'm not sure if we could go up here before, but now we can at least. And there'll be the Keaton here. Could kill him, he might drop some rupees or something. Nothing. But we can use our Cane of Patchy on this hole, and this will grant us access to this switch, which will grant us access to this bridge, which will grant us access to the other side of the bridge. So I believe this goes to North Hyrule Field, or is it just... No, it's still Tribute Highlands, but... Oh no, this is North Hyrule Field. What am I talking about? But first we should go to Hyrule Town, because there's a few things we can do. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I'm so indecisive sometimes. So, if you go over to this house, the one with the Minish hole at the bottom left, that might be a, you know, clue. You can use your Cane of Patchy on that vase, or pot, whatever it is, and flip it over. And that turns it into a Minish portal. There's quite a few of these around Hyrule Town. Kind of the main method of turning to Minish size in Hyrule Town. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Even some human objects are portals to the Minish world. Are you trying to... Noob! Okay, let's go back. Luckily we can skip the animation that time. You can also talk to animals while you Minish. That's kind of cool. Cats are the worst, so cats will attack you. Dogs are friendly when you Minish. So thanks Rolf. Rolf Harris. We can fuse Kinstones with him. And look, he makes a... I believe this will be a hole in the ground. Yeah, there's a hole in the ground up here in Minish Woods. We'll go check that out another time. But while we're Minish in Hyrule Town, there's a few things we can do. First, avoid that puddle, definitely. You can go over here, climb this vine, and you can go to the back of this building. I believe this is like the inn or something. You can go in the back of here, and there'll be a piece of heart. So that's pretty awesome. And there's also, just luckily, a pot here to turn us back to human size. Even though it hadn't been flipped over, it was an upturned pot. We didn't even flip that, it was already flipped over. One other thing we can do while we're Minish in Hyrule, actually two other things. One major thing. I'll do the minor thing first actually. If you go over to the left side, well, the west side, representing 1996 hip hop, such as Tupac. Well, there's a cat there. You see that cat? That cat was about to go for us, but we rolled past it. We can fuse Kinstones with the Cuckoo Chick, which is on top of Swiftblade's house. Speaking of, we should go visit with Swiftblade in a minute, but for now I'm just going to do some Minish things. And this will make a chest appear! Hurrah! In Minish Woods. Don't really know why. One of the Minish! I'm not like my brothers, I won't chase you around and peck at you. Oh, thanks. Someone in Hyrule is a great fairy who helps honest adventurers. If you see her, answer every question truthfully. Okay, kind of like how we did with the bomb bag upgrade one. There'll be another one of those for something else. I'll probably actually go for that in this episode actually. That would be pretty useful. Secondly, if you go over here, there's a dog up here. And when you're human size, the dog will block your way. Confuse Kinstones with it, his name's Growler. Hello, Growler. That's a good dog name. And I'm not really sure what the fusing Kinstones will do. And also, about the lag that keeps happening in the videos, I'm pretty much 100% sure that that's just because I'm really low on hard drive space. Anyway, sorry I'm in your way, but trust me, there's an explanation here. I'll get out of the way soon, okay? But once you've talked to him as a Minish, he will get out of your way as a human, so that's good. You can go into this house to come back to human size. And you can also fuse Kinstones with Muto here. I'm a refined fellow, I'll only do refined work. Okay. Let's use Kinstones with him. Oh no, wrong one. So yeah, if you choose the wrong one, it'll just kind of do that. Can't exactly remember what effect this has, but it'll always be good because, you know, Kinstones bring happiness. Yeah, let's open up a tree in, is that North Hyrule Field? Yes it is, I've played this game too much. They fit, time to celebrate, indeed. So, now that we've done all that in Hyrule Town, there's some other stuff we can do in non-Hyrule Town. I believe if we go to Lon Lon Ranch we can do it. Should just be over here. If my bearings are correct. Yes, but we need to bomb this out of the way first. You didn't have to place 2 bombs, I just like to, for whatever reason. I'm surprised that didn't hit us, but okay, I'm not complaining. Go up here, now they have your Cane of Patchy, you can use it on some of the holes that are around Hyrule. I think both of them in Lon Lon Ranch actually. And from here you can access Vale Falls, which is a cool new area. We won't actually be doing anything story-based here for a while, but there is a piece of heart. There's also those P-hats that can drop bombs on you, so ignore those. Also that lever kind of the spiky thing that came out of the ground. Also Octoroks, but you know, we've seen them already. So if we go south in Lon Lon Ranch, there should be another hole we can get to. I think it should just be south. Yeah. Okay, so technically it's in Eastern Hills, but you know, Lon Lon Ranch, Eastern Hills, same difference. So if we go over here, it should lead to Minish Woods, and there'll be a tree. And in this tree is another fairy fountain. Welcome to the Adventurous Spring. I need many rupees right now. Please throw all of yours into the spring. Sure. Really? You know that if you do this you will have absolutely no rupees left, right? Will you really throw them all in? Sure! You are most kind. I do not really need your rupees, but I must reward such a kind adventurer with some of my power. And she gives you the big wallet. Now we can carry up to 300... No, that's the last one. We can carry up to 500 now, I think. Or it might be 600. Either way, we can carry more. So, it's always useful. And, if you remember before, we fused Kinstones with, I think it was the Deku Scrib that made this appear. Well, first it was that golden rupee over there, but I'll get to that in a minute. That was when we fused with the Krenel Hermit. We can get 200 rupees from that chest, which is from, like I said, fusing with that Deku Scrib. And we can also kill this golden rope. Golden enemies are like really fast and take a ton of hits to kill, but, you know, they're not too bad. When they run away from you. Over here, you. Hey! Stop running around! Like a crazy horse. And that one will give you 100 rupees. That's excellent. Now that we've got loads of money, there's something I want to buy from the shop. We could have bought it before, but we didn't have enough money, so it's a good idea to save it from now. It's actually a good idea to pick up that wallet before you kill those two, assuming you've actually made them spawn. Well, we didn't kill the chest, did we? We just opened it. Boomerang is a real boomerang is a real bargain at 300 rupees. And we will buy it because the boomerang is like my favourite item in the game. It's pretty much my go-to secondary item. I usually have the sword and the boomerang on and it works pretty well for me. So that's good. And now I should go and fuse the sword at the Elemental Sanctuary. Are you sure I look alright? I never know what to wear at formal occasions. You're a hat. Hats don't wear clothes. That would be clotheception or something. That's just wrong. So when you're in Hyrule Castle, go to these stairs on the left and then go here, and you can access this portal which is up here. See how that doorway glows? Could that be the door that leads to the sanctuary? There's only one way to find out. And apparently no one else in the castle can see it. Aha, the Elemental Sanctuary. So this is where we can infuse our sword with the elements that we found. All we have to do is place it in that pedestal over there. And Eslo is just going to tell us that basically. So, let's put it in. The powers of the earth and fire elements have been infused in your blade. Great. Well, that makes this giant stone tablet appear. I mean, what else would it do? Let's see if I can't read that tablet for you. Fill your sword with power and walk over the glowing tile. Yes, perhaps it refers to these flashing spots. Well, let's try it. If you hold down the sword button, it will begin to charge up, and when it reaches the top, you can stand on flashing tiles to duplicate yourself, which is amazing. Each time you infuse your sword, you can get one more clone. So for now we have 2 clones. Well, 1 clone, including ourselves. That would be, you know, 2 links basically. We can use that to exit. There's also some other stuff we could do now that we've infused our sword. But for now, obviously, we just need to exit, so let's just do that. Do back up through the stairs again. Go down these stairs. Yeah, we'll be doing that route quite a lot in the game. And then just go to North Hyrule Field, and then should go back to Hyrule Town. But wait, I'm being interrupted? Interesting, you're the last person I expected to find here. And just as I was wondering who could be behind this, I find my old master. It's Vaati! And as always, you are dressed in the shabbiest of rags. My curses are not to be mocked. The one I cast on you is most powerful. No matter what power you wield, you will never break it. You haven't changed in the slightest. I should never have created that cap. It only fueled your insane desires. Fool! A hat that grants the wishes of its wearer is a spectacular creation. Thanks to you, I have gone from being a meek, minuscule nothing to the greatest sorcerer alive. You cannot stop me now, and I have you to thank for it. Accept this small gesture of gratitude from me. Wait, Vaati, wait, and then we run after him, but he traps us. And it makes two of these dark moblin guys appear. They're pretty easy if you have the boomerang, which if you're a self-respecting Zelda player, you should have it right now, because it's a great item. And yeah, we took them out pretty quickly. Got a hit on me, but not a big deal. That foul Vaati, what could he be scheming now? Link, I feel I owe you an explanation of what's happened. You see, Vaati and I are both Minish. I was once a famous sage and a renowned Minish craftsman. Vaati was only a boy when I took him on as my apprentice. But he became enchanted by the wickedness in the hearts of men. One day, Vaati took a hat I made for the humans, my pride and joy. It granted the wishes of its wearer. He put it on without permission. And I'm sure you can guess what happens now. Vaati, what are you doing there? So there's Eslo in his true form there, not as a hat. Oh, what a vile form you've taken. Vile? I am a sorcerer now. My power is beyond compare. None can stop me. Why, Vaati? What are you plotting? This year, on the day that comes but once a century, the portal opens. And when it does, I shall claim the Light Force as my own. I will be transformed, perfect, and there'll be none who can stop me. Boom! Gah! Eslo gets transformed into a hat, which is what we know him as now. Tell me, how does it feel, my sorcerer's curse? There is nothing you can do to break it, Eslo, or to stop me. And with that, I must be leaving. So, Vaati, bit of a cruel son of a bitch. You know the legends, of course, the gifts that the Pickery gave for the humans. What you call the Pickery Blade was the first of those gifts. The second? Well, you call it the Light Force, but it is a source of limitless magical power. If Vaati were to get it now, it would be devastating. I came to the world of men hoping to stop Vaati, and I met you in the woods. But it seems we won't be breaking the curse on me anytime soon. However, with the Sacred Blade we can certainly restore Princess Zelda. I'm sorry. All that has happened has been due to my own pride, my folly. I must rely on you, on your power, until we put an end to Vaati. Well, okay then. Well, Link, enough fairy tales. We must search for the next element. So, if you check our map, as to where the next element could be, it's this one, which is over here in the space we haven't explored yet. So we should head east, west. How do I get east and west mixed up like all the time? But yeah, we should head west to go see what's over there. But first, there's a few cool things we can do. Here in North Hyrule Field, we can explode that. We can go down here. And get this piece of heart. And kill the keys, get out of here. So yeah, now we should go to Mount Krenel. Okay, so if you head all the way to the right of Krenel Wall, we can use our newfound cloning ability to press those two switches over there, simultaneously that is, to open this door. Now what is through here, other than a new swordsman?
Believe not what others tell you. I am the true Master Swordsman of Hyrule. My name is Greyblade, and if you train with me, you will learn much. So, would you like to train here?
Well, sure.
You will learn the amazing roll attack. First, roll with control pattern R. Second, as soon as you get up. Third, screen hiya, and swing your sword. That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand?
Yes, we do. Don't need to talk so forcefully all the time. So yeah, he uses the Grey Blade switcheroo technique, similar to the Switchblade switcheroo technique. So yeah, basically just using your sword at the end of a roll. It's pretty simple, but it can be useful. So yeah, there's also these two chests here. I believe they have 50 rupees each. And of course there's a piece of heart, which I purposely left till last because it's the best thing here, apart from that technique, I suppose. Okay, now back in Hyrule Town, something I forgot to do is actually go speak to Swiftblade himself, because we did get a new sword.
Yes, a new sword. Fantastic. And you seem to have quite new skills with it. Yes, I am ready to train you again, young swordsman. So, will you accept?
Yes, we will accept.
I will now teach you a technique called the Rock Breaker. First, swing your sword to break parts. Actually, that's all there is.
Okay. Basically, now our sword can break pots and rocks, so that's pretty good. It's just kind of a time-saving technique, I suppose, because it saves us having to pick up pots and rocks, and instead we're going to slice them. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Surprised we managed to do that first try. And now, that's pretty much all we can do for now. So, it's time for us to head to the west. Got it right this time. Mailman getting in my way over there. Because we can head over to the next element. Hopefully, at least. I believe we just need to go down here. Because now, this is where we got that bottle, the first one. Well, we've only got one bottle actually, so yeah. That's where we got our bottle. And we can now push this block out of the way, because with double the links, we have double the strength, and now we can push big blocks like that out of the way. There's also a bombable wall here. And also blue Octoroks, which are just kind of the same. There's also a Moblin over there, but similar to what Vaati made us fight. And here's a red Kinstone piece, so that's pretty good. Now here's probably my favourite area to grind for rupees in the game, just because there's so much grass, it's crazy. What's in here? Hello, I'm Percy, Poet Laureate of Hyrule. And you're Link. Oh no, the pleasure is mine. I travel all over the realm, writing verse wherever I go. So yeah, this guy says he lost half of his Kinstone. So yeah, basically just giving you a hint of where to find a Kinstone. Not particularly useful, since you can theoretically get infinite Kinstones in this game. And now, actually, before we go down, we should head over here first, because we can push this block up. There's also a wall you can bomb here, and inside will be a fairy fountain, but I'm not going to bother because I don't really need any fairies right now. But now if we go down, we can head to the Western Wood. What a strange feeling. I sensed something from the castle's direction. Or was it just me? Who's there? What? Vaati? How did you get in here? What are you doing? Ah ha ha! It looks like you're all here. Very well. The King of Hyrule has words for you. You all know of the power that Picori gave to mankind, do you not? The golden light force of limitless magical power. I want it. It is somewhere here in Hyrule. Go now and bring me this power. And everyone seems very confused at the King's sudden, decisions here. Fling anyone who refuses into the dungeon, him and his family too. I will tolerate no disobedience. Now search high and low throughout the lands of Hyrule. So that's not good. It looks like Vaati has possessed the King of Hyrule. He's using him to find the limitless power light force. Never good. Oh, Kinstone piece. Don't want to leave that behind. So, if we head over to the west here, this should be where the next element is. Well, not, right in the open, but the area where it will be. Castle Wilds. So this must be Castle Wilds. It's a nasty, dank place, filled with swampland and mere. Or mire, I don't know how to pronounce that. But we know there's an element waiting for us somewhere in here, so in we go. Come on, Link, into the muck with us. Yes, into the muck we go. But it looks like we're kind of sinking. This isn't good. Okay. Didn't work. You're sinking, you're sinking. I was sinking, actually. If you sink all the way in, I'm going to get muddy. But I don't think we can just walk across this swamp. We're going to have to find some way to get across safely. We can discuss that later. Okay. So, we found where the next area is, but we don't really know how to traverse it. So I think we're going to look into that more in the next episode. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe to keep up with the series. And I'll see you next time.